All right, hey everybody, welcome to Starter Week 26 on the good old 0 to 100K Etsy AI Challenge, December 1st to December 7th, 2023. And let's look at what we did for the week, and we'll look at the stats, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do and lessons learned. This is basically 6 months in, so you would think I would be halfway towards my goal, but not on Etsy, because honestly, I don't know what is going on with Etsy. But holy cow, sales are down across the board. Every person I've talked to has been like, yeah, Etsy is not doing very well at all, and nobody understands why. I don't know what's going on with them, but I do have some insight. I'll give to you in the end here. Sorry about that. So Friday, the first thing that happened was, in the past I had a seller, I bought a template off, and I used one small part in one of my product sections, like one piece out of like 10 pieces, I use one. That seller found that one piece and demanded I take down over 100 listings. Some are selling really well, and I thought, oh crap. So I didn't know how he did what he did until today. So on Friday, I spent the whole day. I created 2 listings to compete with him after learning the process myself of what he was offering. I even offered to pay him back then to like buy licensing right, but he refused and threatened to take down 100 plus of my listings. So I'm like, all right, whatever. You know what? I'll take them down. And I rebuilt them and I put them up with my own stuff. And now it's time to compete. So when somebody is not unreasonable, but when they won't work with you at all, and it really was like a tiny part, not even a big part of his whole thing, not even the same product that he was offering, it kind of annoyed me. So I'm like, when people come to me and they use some of my stuff, I'll speak to them, I'll work with them, I'll try and figure out a deal. But this guy was having no part of it. In fact, even that was probably, I don't know how many months ago or weeks ago, but the other day I saw a little takedown thing for a listing, and then it disappeared right away, because I think what this guy does is just search Etsy for like reverse image searches or something on any part of any item that he sells. I literally think he spends like his whole day doing that and then messaging people. Like, it's really pathetic in my mind. Like, just move on with your life. But anyway, the listings take a lot longer, but like what I did took a lot longer, but it's going to be well worth it in the long run. I also undercut him on price to take his market share, and I know that's not a cool thing to do, but honestly, Etsy is the cheapo marketplace of cheapo marketplaces that I've ever seen. People on Etsy don't want to pay for anything. They want the absolute lowest cost, and then they want to complain when they pay like literally 99 cents for something, and they'll complain about it. It's like, it blows my mind. Like, honestly, I'm losing faith in Etsy so much, because if I started this challenge 2 years ago, I'd be more than halfway to my goal right now. Etsy, in my mind, is on the decline. Like, I don't know how people are making any money on this. If your shop is new, you're not. And let me know in the comments if you have a new shop and you're making money. Because if you're doing digital on Etsy and you're making money right away, holy cow, like, good for you. So anyway, back to this. He should have taken my offer of money for a license. So I added those 2 new listings. So my total went up to 2,413. That new one, the main one that I did, it is selling now. Not very much, but it's selling. And then Tuesday, I just added like 7 listings, because honestly, I'm at the point now where I'm losing faith in Etsy. Like, if I were not doing this challenge, I would have scrapped the shop. Another thing happened too that I can't really tell you guys, because it would totally give away my niche. But maybe I'll tell you next week what happened to kind of devastate my momentum and my sales. Anyway, let's go to the stats. So let's go from the 1st to the 7th. And you'll see sales are like $84 revenue, 41 orders, 901 visits. I'm not getting traffic. Like, I don't get it. 4.6% conversion rate, which is nice, but the traffic is just not there. I don't know where it's going, but it's not coming to me. On the marketing side, I was running ads, so 84 revenue, but my ads were eating up like a boatload of that. So let's go here to custom. We'll go 1 to 7. $68 in ads. Produced 12 orders out of those 40. So $45.88 in revenue, because one of those was like the whole shop bundle that sold. I think it sold once, which is fine. I was running the 20% of the revenue every Monday, just reset it by 20%. So if, for example, I did $84 on that week, so on Monday I would go in and I would go 84 times 0.2. So my budget would be 16.8. The other thing with Etsy is when you have down here your budget, they if you stop advertising, they'll like lower your budget and you can't go up. So I wanted to go up to like $24 last week and I couldn't because Etsy dropped my budget. So I was at $9.84 and I wanted to increase it and I couldn't. It was very annoying and I don't understand why they do that. This was up to $500 at one point. So why does Etsy allow me to spend $500 a day and then they just drop it right down for no reason? Like, I want to spend money with you, but you won't let me. It really doesn't make sense to me. I don't really understand much about Etsy ads, to be honest. I've tried everything in the past. I've ran probably 24 experiments and like documented them, and none of it makes any sense. There's no rhyme or reason to what they do. Again, this is probably the worst ad platform that I've ever been on, and I've been on all of them. So I am not impressed with Etsy in general, and I'm not impressed with Etsy ads at all. So anyway, that's that. Let's go to the all-time numbers now. Go back to the stats. And you would think, Will, you're 6 months in. That's pathetic. This is pathetic. This traffic is pathetic. The orders, they're there, but they're pathetic. Overall, my 6 month review of this is 2337.93 divided by 100,000. I'm at 2% of my goal. This to me is a fail. It's a huge fail. I am documenting this so you guys can see that even people who have been doing this for over 15 years and know what they're doing can't get Etsy to work now. So I don't know what to do at this point. Well, I do know. My stuff sells, and it does sell when I get traffic, but I can't get traffic because Etsy is limiting me dramatically. 20,000 visits over 6 months, that's pathetic. If I could get, even look at my conversion rate, 7.3%. If I ran paid traffic to a product or to a shop that was getting a 7.3% conversion rate, and I had 100,000 visits. Oops, I didn't do that. Did I do divide? Okay, so 100,000. Say I had 100,000 visits times 0.073. I'd have 7,300 orders right now. I would have way more revenue. And then I'll go 2377. I'll go inverse times 2337.93. Oops, that didn't work. Divided by 7,300. Oh, you dummy. Brain fart city here. Yeah, I'd have 3 times the revenue right now if I could just get more people on my shop, and if I had 200,000 visits, I'd have 14,600 orders. So why aren't you sending me the traffic? I've been there for 6 months. What are you doing? I've spent money on ads. I've done everything right. All my SEO is right. Everything's right. I don't understand it. Etsy is to me, Etsy's broken. I'll be honest with you. I think it's broken in that this. So I'm going to say this. Etsy is broken because they won't send you traffic. Now, why? I think there's a probation period. I don't know how long that is. Do you? If you do, let me know. Okay, so here's my thoughts, and I said this before. My thoughts. You get put on probation from day one of a new shop. You have to wait. Oh, here. They don't tell you. You have to wait. We're going to say at least 6 months, probably 1 year, to get any kind of organic traffic from them. My stuff too on the shop, it did get dinged big time through some ridiculous people on like Etsy sellers who spread rumors and drama like crazy. Back probably a month and a half ago, they're saying, oh no, you can't use that product because it gets your shop suspended. And it's like, no, that's not it at all. But anyway, that hurt too. I think what I should do is just reveal my shop, and then you guys can see what happened. And because my sales were going up nicely, and then that happened, and they kind of dropped a bit. But I know I'm speaking in mysteries here, but I do believe in this probation period, and I do believe that Etsy is broken in that if you're going to allow new sellers to come on, then you need to be upfront with them, and you need to say, look, you can come on our platform, but we're not going to do anything for you for the first 6 months, year. I'm going to keep this going because I want to see how long this probation period is, and I want to see the day that my sales go tink and like they flick a switch internally at Etsy and they go, oh, okay, Will's shop is good now, so now we're going to fire him a bunch of traffic. Like I want to see when that is. And is it a matter of a bunch of other sellers dropping out? Is it a matter of a time frame? Is it a matter of a specific order amount, sales amount, revenue amount? Like, what is it that's going to trigger this? These are the questions that I wish I could sit on the Etsy tech discussion board or the board of directors and figure out what kind of scheme are they running here? Because not scam, scheme, as in for their business, and why are they running it? These are things that I think about because, and I'm not alone. There are a boatload of sellers out there that have done everything right, and they're not getting sales. So if you're in that boat where you're doing everything right but you're not getting sales, let me know in the comments, and let me know your theories too. Like, what is happening with Etsy? Are they going down? Have they lost their path? Are buyers just not buying? Is it the economy? Are we in a recession? Like, what's going on here? There's something going on. Maybe at the high level, maybe it's just the economy. Maybe we're just in a downturn. So if we are in a downturn, day turn, are we in a downturn? Is that why things are down across the board? Is it something different? Like, this is where, I mean, it's good to have a discussion about what's happening with them because they should be doing a lot better. And if you were my student and I saw you working for 6 months and getting very little results, and I looked at what you're doing and I'm like, you're doing everything right, then it's not you and it's not me. It's factors beyond my control. So what I say going forward is this: control what you can control. And to me, that means looking at data, look for solutions. So for me, all I need is traffic. I can't buy it here because Etsy ads stink. They're just not working. They just, I mean, they don't work. They're maybe, and this is coming from somebody who's spent over 15 years, well, 16, almost 17 years now, running paid traffic, like buying traffic online. And I'm telling you, Etsy ads stink. So I'm not a rookie. I'm not new to this. This is a very frustrating challenge so far for me. But in a way, too, I'm glad because maybe it can give you guys some insight to see that even people who are so-called experts at this game are struggling with new shops. So yeah, I mean, it's very humbling for me, but I also look at this as the solution might be I need a place where I can buy traffic and I can send it to my page in my shop, and I'm not building Etsy. Okay, so here it is. I don't want to build Etsy's brand with my paid traffic. I want to build my own brand with my paid traffic. Solution coming soon. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I do have a solution. Because I know these products sell, and I know you can literally go to Google on the keyword planner, and you can see tons of searches for this, even outside of Etsy. And on Etsy, there's searches for them too, but Etsy plays all these games with you that we don't know what they're doing. So I am going to keep this going, because now, I mean, this is the stubborn brute force method, right? I'm going to keep going, because this is a point where I would say 98% of people would quit and throw it in the garbage and say, nah, doesn't work, not working, I'm out of here. That's not me. So I will keep going, but I do have a solution. The solution's coming soon. I'm going to make an announcement to my list, and I'll make it on the channel here too, because I've been thinking about this for a while, and I think it's a great solution for everybody. And there is one barrier to it that people couldn't get around, and I'm going to solve that problem for them. So I've got a lot cooking. Thank God this is not my main source of income, this new shop, because yeah, I'd be struggling like big time. So I feel for anybody who's struggling with Etsy. I do feel that if you're doing everything you should be doing, controlling what you can control, it will take off. But right now, we're just in the crap times. We're in the mud. We're in the thick of the mud. So what they say about when you're going through hell, keep going. Don't stop. Don't set up a lawn chair and sit there. Keep going. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, sorry for the kind of downer update. I wish I had a really good one for you, but I feel like the good one is coming. I just don't know when. So maybe week 26 is like the tipping point. Who knows? We're going to find out though. We're going to keep going. All right. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Have a great day. We'll see you in the next.